When it comes to towing, seeing is believing. That's why Chevy Truck's advanced camera technology offers up to 8 available cameras for 14 unique views, so you can focus on the view that really matters. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Learn more about Chevy Trucks at Chevy.com. Safety or driver assistance features are no substitute for the driver's responsibility to operate the vehicle in a safe manner. Read the vehicle owner's manual for important feature limitations and information.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit Shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
It was a toss-up between this and London Calling, so what can I say?
I can't say anything really. I always hear this song and it reminds me of My Mate Marmite. Remember the other adverts? No. So we are here, dear listener. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Whichever time of the day, watcher, that you are listening to the show. For an absolutely packed house, back-to-school fixture between Erith Town and Beckenham Town. The towns collide.
Yes, when towns collide.
If this was in Tudor times, this could potentially be like some sort of weird medieval battle.
If this was Tudor times, this would be the entire population of like 2 villages.
And half of them would be dead through plague at half time.
Yeah. Or, malnutrition.
Yeah, well. There's a controversial few statements we could say after that. But yeah, what a lovely day today. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, everyone's huddling. The first teams, I mean, not the fans.
Shame, because, a bit of huddling amongst the fans would be a good thing.
Well, there's an awful lot of people here today, so I can imagine there'll be some huddling later on. Loads of kids everywhere. As part of the community day, as we know, they're going to be taking fun in some half-time activities like the half-time relay, which you'll be helping with.
I presume so.
Yep.
I feel I'm being roped into that.
Yep, thank you. Well roped.
So my half-time cup of tea and egg meg sandwich is not to happen.
No, unfortunately not. But it will.
Is it going to get me? Is helping out with this going to get me chips and a curry dip?
It is.
Excellent.
It will be. And before we start, I must mention the fact that we are officially an award finalist podcast.
We are.
How do you feel about that, Rob?
It's always an honour to be nominated for the Golden Cleric Award.
Yeah, well. We just need to invite 25 Catholic priests to stay with us.
No, it's actually to be nominated for an FCA is an incredible achievement. I honestly, when people sort of started to mention the FCAs, I laughed heartily to myself because I thought, our little pod, whoever thought of such a thing? And then here we are, nominated
with
as a finalist.
Humble production values.
Yeah, very humble.
Now, if we weren't nominated, we could say the swines for saying that about us. It's not nice to gossip, but ultimately, they are right. I'm talking to a phone.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're talking to one in such a nice way. No, I was stunned, absolutely stunned, and made up. Absolutely, can't believe. So, people out there, Football Content Awards /voting, go for it and vote for your favourite non-league podcast.
Yeah, no, don't vote for us. The whistle has sounded, the game is beginning. A long ball up the pitch towards Aaron Jeffrey there. I got told by a lady who will stay anonymous, but she always wears bucket hats, and she's the leader of a cult group here, that we didn't talk enough about the football, so we need to focus on that a bit more.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I thought she's probably got a fair comment.
Absolutely. Anyway.
Although, to be fair, at this level, you don't always want to be talking about the football.
No, and now the mankini wearing maestro that is Cliche Chris. How are we, Chris?
Also known as Chunky Duncan, I've been told.
Chunky Duncan. Oh, hang on a minute. Beckenham Town have got the ball. They're playing it out wide. I'll be all right when Beckenham finish this attack. Comes in from the left-hand side. A shot's deflected clear by Tom Ash as far as the edge of the box. Shot from distance. Big block there by Aaron Jeffrey. Plays it out to James Dye. James Dye trying to twist and turn his way out of trouble. Back out here to AJ Dive. Long ball up the pitch with Harry Taylor. And it will probably be collected by the goalkeeper. But, yeah, a bit of a top-of-the-table clash today. Well, by top of the table, Erith for fourth, Beckenham Town are in first. Both had really, really good starts to the season. And ultimately, you might see, like, one of these great runs ended today.
Yeah, you never know. When I was, as we sort of got...
Oh, that's a late tackle from behind.
Very late tackle.
By Beckenham on Harry Taylor. But, yeah, so while he's down getting injured, we can talk about the top of the table clash.
Yeah, so talking to one of the management of Beckenham Town coming in, and he was talking about turmoil off the pitch, and management turmoil and coach turmoil, and I'm like, well, it hasn't affected your results one iota, has it? You know. So yeah.
It's an interesting one because Beckenham obviously stayed up with a reprieve last year. Yeah. They should have gone down on paper. Erith Town promoted as playoff winners. So in theory, the quality shouldn't be too dissimilar.
No, not really. It's a question, I think, of momentum at this point, and both teams have got a decent amount of momentum in the league.
Yeah, absolutely. A big free kick in there by James Dyer up towards the far post. Tom Ash wins the header. It's deflected back and cleared there by Beckenham. A few minutes in, little bit of head tennis at the moment, but it's going well. And as always, we will check in if anything happens. Up the Dockers. A mistake and confusion at the back sees the away side take the lead. The keeper puts his hand up in an apology, but he goes round the keeper and he just places it into the empty net from 18 yards out. Nathan Edwards is right on the edge of the box there.
I don't know what he's doing all the way out there. Someone needs to give him an A to Z of Thamesmead, because no way should he have been that far out. So he got lost.
Why is he trying to then beat the fullback, or the striker? Just crazy goal.
I'm a big advocate for no one has ever scored against us when you put the ball in row Z, and that's what Nathan should have done.
Yeah, absolutely. Not one of his finer moments. He's had a good start to his Erith Town career, and he had a good pre-season, but that's one he's going to want to forget about quickly.
The only thing cat-like about those instincts was the fact that he was trying to get up on the fence at the far end of the far side of the...
Well, saying about he calls himself the cat. Let's just hope it's one of the lives lost, and we've still got some more left. 7 minutes in, whoever's won a golden goal. 7 minutes, Paul, golden goal, thank you. 1-0 Beckenham. And it's 1-1. And as I'm walking around the other side of the pitch to see how many people are in the stadium, because it's absolutely packed, the Dockers equalised early on, and you can hear a distant, faint Chelsea dagger there. Huge roar from the fans as that ball went into the back of the net. It's all square. 10 minutes in, and we've had 2 goals. Fantastic stuff so far. And hopefully, this will be a little bit of a catalyst and a kick up the backside that we need somewhat. I'm not joking. I can't keep up. I was just down now. Went down for a little chat. They score. As I walk back, just in general, the fans of life and fans of penetration, as we've said before. Yep. I tell you what, has anyone said that's a really nice fluorescent yellow, that Mankini? But anyway, I'm down the other end trying to have a chat. Next thing you know, we score.
Yeah. But where were you?
Don't know, having a chat.
Did you see the goal?
Did you actually see
the goal? Well, I saw a little bit, but
bullet header by Harry Taylor into the top corner.
Yeah, I was behind the other goal, so I heard the roar. It was quite the cheer, wasn't it?
It was, and rightly so. It was a great goal. Good header. If the keeper was completely stranded, it wasn't getting near it at all.
Absolutely, that's how we like it.
And the nice thing about it was we scored very quickly after they did, which means they didn't really get a head of steam up.
Well, it's the 10th minute, weren't it? So that's handy. That is good. So they're back in.
And the geezer on the deck just caught a ball right in the Swede.
Yeah, I did actually notice that the photographer rightly has moved, which is always good.
The only trouble is she moved after the goal was scored.
Well, we're all learners. It's the journey of life and all that jazz that comes with it. But yeah,
unless she's got one of them new time travelling cameras.
I'm gonna get some stats later on, and I know I keep always plugging it, but I don't care because there's a lot of hard work that goes into it from the community scheme and everything like that. But there's over 50 people here from the community scheme today.
That's good.
Be it the youth teams, the local gymnasium, or the local school kids who come into the games. Yeah, so I'd say a good 25-30% of the attendance today is local fans.
Excellent, that's really good news.
Absolutely. Hayden Bullis has got the ball now. He plays the ball through, gets it to Dyer. Dyer turns, shoots.
Oh, yeah.
I say shoots. If Harry had got in the end of it, it would have been the best cross you've seen.
Yeah.
That's how bad a shot it was.
Yeah.
We love the diets on this show.
Absolutely.
He was clearly shooting them for the back post.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think we need to haul Harry across the coals there for his lack of anticipation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all your own fault. But it seems to me, with 19, 20 minutes in, It's a great start so far.
It's a really quick game because they're not wasting any time on like throw-ins and stuff like that. They are taking them really quickly and using all the momentum they can get. So it's been a quite fast-paced game, which I like.
Yeah.
And they've got in a couple of times.
Near enough every time I think they've got in behind our defence, and they look really dangerous up front. Yeah. But it does mean the game is really open because of the way they're playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all the time it's open, I fancy us to score. So, as long as we can maintain a bit of control in the middle of the pitch, which we're usually pretty good at doing. Yeah, it is.
He's aged somewhat.
It appears that way. I think that's what management does for him.
I think for some reason he reminds me of a Star Wars character.
That's because he's got Yoda written on the back of his...
Yes, the sponsor. For those who can't see it, it's YODA. Yeah. Corner comes in from the left-hand side.
That doesn't really work on
No,
a podcast.
not really. Corner comes in from the left-hand side, but it's cleared there by Erith Town. And another tackle by Tom Ash. Ends up resulting in a goal kick. I think that was a good bit of defending there by Erith Town.
I think if that geezer had gone over them, they'd have got a pen.
Yeah,
So that was a stroke of luck. But, you take what you can get.
Yeah, both sides kind of cancelling each other out at the moment. Not a great deal in the game. And again, we'll back to you if anything happens. Up the Dockers. Tell you what, it's all the action at the moment. We've had goals disallowed. Penalties.
Don't skip past it like goals.
The goal though. Did you see the finish? What a half volley.
A lot of people aren't very happy. Let's just say the least there.
Whether it's onside or offside, you've got to say what a finish. And then they go down the other end, give away a penny, and then we make a penny save. I mean, this game's got everything.
It wasn't just a shot. It was like ballet. It was unreal.
Yeah, it's got all the action so far. This is what's great about non-league football. We're nearly 30 minutes in. We've had 2 goals, a disallowed goal, and a fantastic penalty save. You can argue that maybe it's goalkeeper like sort of shoulder height, but still unbelievable save by the cap.
Yeah, it was a great save, and I thought it wasn't a bad penalty. You could argue it was maybe a little bit close to him, but at the same time, it went quite high. He had to put an arm
national
up.
symbol in his front.
Corner comes in from the left-hand side towards the far post. It's clawed away by the Beckenham goalkeeper.
A
ball's played out wide there from Harry Mazzoni towards Hayden Willis, but the touch is just too heavy. But yeah, great game so far, as we say.
It's had everything.
It has had everything. You can argue that basically, should it be been given the goal or not? But either way, that is what it is, and we've had a penalty save. So he has a.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? We was talking about gladiators and Spartacuses and all that last time. Beckenham's through. Beckenham turned for it. That's a fantastic tackle by the Erith back line to redeem it. And now the ball gets played up long towards Harrison.
The only worry for me is they are getting in literally with every
I was going to say they've got in a few times.
They're really quick up front and very tricky, and they've got in way too many times. So we need to make some changes. Otherwise, don't get me wrong, this game is entertaining. Maybe the next goal might count or not, but
or maybe change the tactics a bit.
Maybe tactics need to be changed, and who knows? But I think there's goals today. It just has that feel, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It remains 1-1 Erith Town somehow, but yeah, so still nothing in it between the two sides, and only the 2 goals scored and on the board. Beckenham through again after a controversial decision. Step over beats Callum again. And the cat with a great save. That had goal written all over it there. And he's got Dan superbly well to save that. It was a guaranteed goal.
Yeah, it looked like it to me. It was 1-on-1, 6 yards out. I mean, your money's on the striker at that point every time. But no, to his credit, the cat has done himself proud last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, do you know what? I'll be honest with you. Off record, there was question marks about Beckenham, in the start they've had, and playing people with real pedigree, that kind of thing. But I think both teams have had a good start. Unlucky by Leon Mahoney there. Mazzoni, what am I saying? But good start from both teams. You can see why they're probably holding their own in this division.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can see. I mean, their biggest asset at the moment is that pace up front, because if they're getting in behind every team they play the way they're getting in behind us.
No wonder they're top of the league.
Exactly. And maybe they haven't come up against keepers as good as us, but no, that you can see how they're at top of the league. Absolutely. Yeah. They don't waste any time. They're quick. They love tons and tons of pace, but they're quick in their decision making. They're quick when it comes to things like throw-ins and free kicks. Yeah. So and that speed, that pace is always going to be an asset.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Somehow.
Down as well now the keeper's down.
Oh no! Oh dear. And Sam Sparks is going to go onto the field. she's also available for sponsorship. 1-1. James Dyer plays the ball through. There's Aidan Bullis, and a penalty's given. Penalty is given now. Or is it a free kick? Is he?
That's a penalty. It's a penalty. It's got to be.
I'm sure that's it. I think he has given a pen.
It's a penalty.
That is an anonymous player there who confused us all. I can't believe it. I'm in shock. But it could have been a goal kick, it could have been a free kick, it could have been a corner. No one knows. But the ref has pointed to the spot.
And the kids are behind the goal, ready.
James Dyer plays a lovely forward ball to Hayden Bullis. Hayden Bullis beats the defender, tries to get near the byline, but is fouled maliciously.
Danica better have a camera out, that's all I've got to say.
Yes. Oh, there we are. The lens is up. I can see.
I'll tell you one thing, their keeper's got some personality about him, hasn't he?
Yeah. I can see the extension from her lens from here.
Yep. Nice. Harry adjusts his shorts. I like the way Harry is standing there taking all the views off the camera.
Whistles blown. James Dyer steps up, takes. Yes!
Tremendous penalty.
In the back of the net. Goal music is needed.
Goal music.
Top left. From 1-0 down. Erith Town now find themselves in the lead. James Dyer with another goal to add to the tally. As we said the other week, yes, all right, it was a penalty, but James Dyer scores one. He will score more.
He will. It seems to me he seems to be taking like the first 20-30 minutes to get into games these days, but once he's in, he's found his way in, he's top draw as always.
A bit like Vets football then. Well done, James. You remind us of a 38-year-old bald man who should have given up years ago. No, only kidding, James. Fantastic haircut, fantastic goal. The Diettes will be after me after this one.
Yeah.
So I think a fake.
Wouldn't want to be in your shoes right now.
Yeah, well, so I think a fake nose and moustache might be the order for Christmas. Anyway, up the Dockers 2-1. Corner in from the left-hand side there by Beckenham, headed clear by the Erith Town defence. That was a fantastic save there by Nathan Edwards not moments ago, was it?
It was. Poor old Tom Ash rolled his ankle over the ball and went down, but once again Beckenham are in, and it looked for all the world like they were going to chalk one up. But the cat stood tall, literally.
Meow.
Palmed the ball over. They took the corner, and it was brilliantly cleared by Raheem.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely. Great save, great football so far. From 1-0 down to 2-1 up. Erith
It's been
Town.
a good game.
It has been a very good game. Very, very exciting stuff. So Erith Town are rightly in the ascendancy at the moment, but there's still quite a long way to go so far, about another hour. So up the Dockers.
Up the Dockers indeed.
Yep, 2-1. Beckenham Town again looking for the ball to go through. Twisting and turning around the Erith defence, who superbly cleared the danger. 5 minutes time's added on, so not long left to go now. Beckenham still with the ball in the second half, without half of the field, should I say. Headed clear there by Callum McGeehan, only as far as the edge box. Sims got the ball, has a shot, woo, miles over. 2-1 to Erith Town. That half had everything, Robert.
It did. Great saves, great goals, penalty, controversial decisions. 5 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. I mean, it had a lot going on.
Yeah,
for sure.
And did somewhat.
And the best thing about it, we finished 2-1.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, that's all good. The second half is going to start shortly. Up the Dockers.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit Shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
We're back for the second half, Robert.
We are. They've made a sub, so they clearly want to make a change that is going to affect the game sort of straight away. So they must think they're up against it.
Yeah, which at the moment, I think, would you say 2-1's unfair on Beckenham?
No, not at all. I think we've had decent chances and we've put them away, and they committed the egregious error of fouling one of our players in the box, so they got to pay the penalty. But literally,
yeah.
But it's been fairly evenly matched. It could have gone in either way.
I think one thing you could say, if you want to have a neutral head on, there's an awful lot of chances that Erith Town have missed.
But I think you could also go the same way. They've had a lot of one-on-ones where our keepers made an amazing save and kept us in it.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I mean, at the beginning, if you'd said to me, what do you think the game's going to be like, I'd have said, bearing in mind they're top of the table, that this is going to be a really, really tough game. And I think we've more than played our part, quite frankly.
Absolutely. And I think I agree with that. I think Erith Town narrowly take the lead, deservedly. But again, there's an argument if you have got a Beckenham Town hat on that.
You'd feel I'd done both because they've been in enough times. They've put the ball across the empty net. They've done all sorts. They should have done better than they have. But ultimately, you get what you deserve out of the game. Ultimately,
absolutely. 2-1 Erith. Great ball from James Dyer there, right to Hayden Bullis. The ball goes across goal and narrowly over the bar there.
Yes.
So narrow, that car parked 5 streets away has now got a cracked windscreen.
Yeah. You could barely get a cigarette paper between the ball and the goal.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a close one. Our fan Paul, competition winner. Paul, how are we, Paul?
Me?
That was close, that one, wasn't it? Nearly went in.
Good ball in though, good work down the right hand side. Keep going, we need a third because there's going to be more goals in this game.
Yeah, it's tense. So, how's retirement from Erith Town going?
Failing. I think it was you. I've made more comebacks than Frank Sinatra.
I'll tell you, you are honestly, what would they say, more comebacks than Lazarus. So there we are. 2-1. I've won Where's Paul? And that one that just went high and wide was closer to the goal than Harrison Carnegie's. 2-1. That wasn't the best of crosses there by Hayden Bullis. But one thing I have to say, I think that Hayden and James Dyer's link-up play today has been brilliant.
Yeah, it has been good. They've got seem to have something going on, which is nice. Little layoffs to each other, and they just seem to know that each other's going to be backing the other one up, which is nice to see. And it keeps it cohesive for us in the middle of the park.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, I think we started the second half well, back on the front foot. It's a good tempo.
Yeah, it is. And we seem to have played most of this half so far, just about 25 yards from their goal, which is where we'd like to keep it, quite frankly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nathan's been pretty much a spectator.
Yeah. Far. I mean, compared to the first half, I'll tell you what, just for those who might have noticed a change in voice there, Rob just knocked my phone out in my hand and nearly had cardiac arrest. Listen, mate,
they're expensive, then,
mate, this is China's greatest screen protector. I've got warranty guarantee in another language that this will last if you drop it. Anyway, some good football there played by Beckenham. A big tackle by Leo Mazzoni in the middle of the park. Plays out to Hayden Bullis. I tell you, he plays with such a maturity.
He does.
You keep forgetting he's 14.
Yeah, now there's a reason why he plays for
Tom Ashley.
There's a reason why he plays for a league team, and we've only got him on a rolling loan. But you can see straight away.
That could be his new nickname, Rawhide, because he's rolling.
rolling.
Do you know any people who pretend to be cowboys, dear listener? Except for Robbie standing here with a Stetson on.
And buttless chaps.
You think we're joking?
Sorry, where's Brian?
Speaking of buttless chaps, where's Brian? Oh, and while we're talking about buttless chaps, there's the equaliser for Beckenham Town. A moment of madness there from Erith Town, where, we all jokes aside, we were just making jokes there because there were a lot. Chris is saying there's an offside there. Chris, what do we think?
Oh, I thought he was a couple of yards offside. Maybe it was a really well-timed run by the time I looked up, but it looked offside to me.
Yeah.
But we have to go with the officials, and it's a goal.
Absolutely. 2-2 there. He's had to change his batteries there, Paul Carter, but he's done that well in time.
The mic won't turn off, so I have to take one out each time.
Oh, absolutely. See, this is the problems with the trade, as we know. Was that offside, Paul Carter?
Do you know what? I was trying to talk something else out, so I don't know.
No, just say no. Oh, yes, absolutely. Anyway, 2-2. They're back in the game. Free kick for Beckenham now, about to come in on the left-hand side. The whistle is blown towards the front post, flicked on, and Harry Taylor reads that well and clears it down the line. Quite a clever little move there by Beckenham. Not sure if it's training ground one. Kola Salami does superb there to track back and win the ball back for his team. The ball all the way goes back to the Beckenham goalkeeper from their attack. Yeah, so it's a good, again, it continues to be a good high tempo game at the moment with not a great deal in it. But, now it's back level, Erith Town do need to turn that screw. And like Paul Carter just said before we found him, we need that third goal desperately, even more so now. 2-2, Erith Town. So, I am with Docker's #1 Supremo Fano. And also, we heard you on the channel earlier on. Johnny, how are we, Johnny?
Good.
Are we enjoying the game?
Yeah, it's 2-2 now, currently. Yeah, I really want one more goal for Erith Town or 2 more goals.
Well, we have to hope so, really, because if it goes to Beckenham, we won't be very happy, will we?
Not good.
Are you a fan of the podcast?
Yeah.
Good. What about you? Are you a fan of the podcast?
I'm definitely going to give it a listen.
No. The answer is so. Yeah, I love it.
I love it.
And I can't believe you're nominated as a finalist.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. But you already knew that.
I can believe it.
Yeah, there we are.
It's one of the best podcasts.
Johnny is currently wearing, we'll pretend, Johnny, an Erith Town podcast T-shirt. It's very fetching on you. Shows off the guns.
And are you a Millwall fan?
Shh, don't say that too loud round here. Shh. But yes. Yeah, thanks, I'll laugh at us as well. Don't worry.
I watched Erith Town, Millwall and Charlton.
Well, we'll ignore the last one.
Yeah.
The first two were fine.
Yeah.
But what do we think? What do you think the score's going to be?
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4-2, do you reckon?
4-2.
4-2.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny, you've been a pleasure to have on the show.
Thank you.
And we'll make sure that you download so you can hear it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
On free, you've got to say up the Dockers.
On YouTube.
You've got it on YouTube.
Subscribe.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll tell the editor. He'll be delighted. So on free, you've got to say up the Dockers. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Come on, the Dockers!
James Miles makes his round to the pitch for Leo Mazzoni, who looks a little bit flushed.
He's come off crocked, Leo. Unfortunately, his physio's gone out to see him and they've said no. So Milo's come on to take his place, which is, don't get me wrong, I love Milo, I think he's great, but Leo's been player of the match for me.
He's been brilliant. He's had another good game.
Yeah, he's been everywhere, he's been all over everything.
I've just talked to one of the fans and a couple of the gymnasts from ASG Gymnastics who are here today, who we know, good friends of ours. They was here for a game last season, I believe it was VCD. Right. So I remember all these things. I'm like an encyclopedia of useless knowledge. But they're loving it. They're loving the game, they're loving the environment, they're loving the family feel.
Wikipedia.
Mickey P?
Wikipedia.
Yeah, Wikipedia. That's the new nickname. But, it's a great atmosphere today, regardless of the results so far. Obviously, we wouldn't mind a win. But,
do you know what? I'd shake hands on 2-2 at the moment.
Oh, do you know what? I was going to say that. I think, again, for me, Erith Town, yes, they've been more clinical with their chances, and you can maybe argue, so Beckenham, they've got 2, but Beckenham have had the better share of chances.
And they've missed a pen, to be fair.
And they've missed a pen, so,
Or rather, they didn't miss it, it was a great save.
Yeah, but it's one of those, both sides. If this stays at 2-2, or if it does go to a 3-2 to whoever, the other team will be thinking, how have I not won this?
They'll be miffed. So that's what I say. I'd shake hands on 2 at the moment because of the way it's going. If they nick one, I'm going to feel really hard done by.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, as if they nick one, they're going to go away thinking, well, they deserved it. So
I've noticed Harry Gamble's we just thought he was stand up being nice, but looks like he's actually interim manager.
You can tell he's the interim manager because the amount of swearing.
Yeah, I don't remember him swearing this much when he was at Erith.
No, exactly.
Cross comes in for Beckenham from the left-hand side, cleared there by Callum McGinn as far as the box to their 5. Kola Salami does well to win the ball there as far as Aaron Jeffrey. Referee plays a very good advantage there. Kola Salami with the ball now, charging at the defence. There's a late lunge by Beckenham Town there to try and stop him. Kola Salami tries to beat him. Oh, he does all the hard work there. He does all the hard work and then he loses the ball. That's so unfortunate. Yeah. I mean, I think Beckenham can count themselves lucky there. You never know, maybe the referee might pull it back because there was 2 fouls in the build-up there. What do you think?
No, he's not going to pull it back. I think
but he might pull it back to have a chat with the ref. Chat with Beckenham. You can't pull it back for the foul now, the advantage is gone. But I mean, for a little chinwag.
Maybe. I just think he'll just hope everyone's forgotten about it in 5 minutes, which they might have done.
Yeah, well played there by Taz there in the middle of the park. getting himself out of danger, playing back to Nathan Edwards. Edwards with a long kick up the field. Dyer tries to sneak him around the back there, but just doesn't beat the defence. Harry Taylor there with a ball through to Kola Salami, who's trying to beat his defender. Beats his defender well there. And it goes out for a Beckenham throw.
That's a crazy decision. The lino on this side's had some shockers all through the game so far.
Yeah, Grads can't believe it. Adam Wilbur can't believe it. There's one of it thinking that maybe you give that because just to give them something, because there was a few things in the middle there that could have gone to Beckenham.
Yeah, but you're supposed to play the game as it is, not how you think you should even it up. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Well said, sir. It remains 2-2. Again, a really entertaining afternoon of football and a lot of really engaged people in the stands today. Beckenham played the ball down there to the left-hand side. Rahman with a superb tackle there. To beat him, but he gets the Beckenham player gets the ball back. Cross comes in from the left-hand side. AJ dive. Oh, there's a bit of confusion here between AJ dive and the cat there, but wow, that's some clever defending there.
Yeah, AJ did brilliantly there to just shield the ball so it rolled out harmlessly.
Do you know, for me, sorry to interrupt very quickly, talking about AJ dive, he's probably for me arguably him or Leo Mazzoni, probably two players who've transitioned into this team the best from the new signings.
Absolutely, you can tell by the fact that they've played pretty much every minute. The AJ's done brilliantly. He gets up and down the pitch really, really well. His final third balls are always really good, and Leo's been brilliant in midfield, just like literally around everything, stopping everything, getting the ball forward. He's very good at what I didn't see in pre-season from Leo, which I'm seeing now the season start, is that ability to cut a ball out and then make a forward pass.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll tell you what, Rahman does superb there to win the ball from a Beckenham Town attack. It's good afternoon football, entertaining stuff, as we keep repeatedly saying. 2-2 Erith Town. Final numbers are in. 181 fans, with 64 from the local community scheme.
It's less than I thought it would be, to be fair, but it's still a really good number.
Yeah, and well, you think now our average numbers, Rob, are the ones that last year, last year 181 would have been one of the top attendances of the season.
Absolutely.
This year it's right in the average.
Yeah, it is, and it's a good average. It's a nice neighbourhood.
Yeah, it is, and just the fact that over a third are the local area and schools and youth teams and like youth groups and all that kind of thing. It shows we're doing the right thing and we're somewhere that the local area wants to come to.
Absolutely, we're doing everything right, doing it the right way. You can tell by the number of kids here today, which is really good news. Because they're going to be your fans, in 5, 6, 7 seasons time. So
and they're having a good time.
Yeah, exactly. They're having a good time. They're penalty shootout, helping out around the ground, seeing what goes on. It's great.
Yeah, and I'd also like to take this opportunity to say a fond farewell to our kit manager, Amanda. Done a fantastic job. I've seen her walking around the stadium. You would think it's because she's used to walking around.
Yes.
In joke.
Yeah. Be a shame, but I guess all good things must come to an end, and
what we need is now My Way by Frank. If she was here, I'd sing My Way. And now the end is near, and so I've put Dyer's pants in the bin.
But only if she's here.
Only if she's here, but which she's not, so she'll never hear this moment. But Amanda, if you're listening, love you. Wait, hang on, is that her? 2-2. Mistake at the back there by Erith Town. Like, neither defenders talking to each other has resulted in a Beckenham Town attack, but it was just cut out well by Rahman there. What are we doing?
At the moment, we're all over the place, but we're just not calling to each other. There's not a lot of talking going on the pitch at the moment.
No.
And you can tell, because
exactly.
Because they're all over the place. When you get 2 or 3 defenders all going up for the same header, that
through ball played there by Beckenham past the back line. It's gone to Tom Ash, who manages to get some kind of thing on it before Rahman clears it, should I say. Beckenham do well to keep the ball in on the left-hand side. Lovely touch, beats James Miles, cross towards the far post. Do you know what? I'd be unlucky if I was in that, because that deserved more than that.
It did. But, I'm glad it didn't. Because, the last thing I need is for them to nick a winner in the last 5 minutes. If this finishes 2-2, it's a decent result.
I feel sorry for the photographer who sat on the floor now. hoping that Erith Town attack soon.
Yeah, but long enough lens, you'll be able to see what's going on.
Absolutely. 2-2. Cola Salami now with the ball on the left-hand tries to get the best of the defenders, tries to get across him, but it's just cut out there. Ball drops to Hayden Bullis, who has a curled effort towards goal. It's hit the chest of a Beckenham Town player, and it goes out on the left-hand side. Beckenham Town now with the ball. He's trying to look for a pass there, the 8 here, shrugging his shoulders. Lovely ball over the top there, to be fair, but the cap reads it superbly well. Top cap. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Well, he weren't in the first 20 minutes.
No, but he's done us proud for the rest of the game. He's pulled some great saves out of the bag.
Yeah.
Saved the pen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Read the game well. His distribution's been, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Still wears a base layer in 25-degree heat, but we'll let that go.
Yeah. Mind you,
I think it's because he's ice cold. That's how cool he is.
Oh, come on, Hayden. Fine about it.
I wish more people would laugh at that comment. The ball's played over top by Beckenham Town there, 1-on-1 with Nathan Edwards. In the bottom corner.
What was I saying about not wanting them to nick one in the last minute of the game?
Yeah, the defence for me haven't been as solid. Clearly with a scoreline of 3-2, the defence haven't been as solid as they could have been for me today.
No, first half they've been okay. They were okay. Second half they have really made a few howlers.
Yeah, absolutely. 3-2 to the away side. Not long to go now. 83 minutes that goal was. Got to be sharper at the back for me. 3-2. Last few minutes to go, and do you know what? I was going to say that the goal's taken the wind out of our sails, but the wind's not been our sails for like the last 10 minutes.
No, I'd say longer than that. The last 15, we seem to have really run out of steam. That's why the defensive errors that we've made have resulted in their goal, because it wasn't like they were constantly getting in.
Cola Salami now played the ball on the right hand side. Looks to beat his defender who's standing a yard off. He just runs into him. Could have done better there, in my opinion. Yeah. Especially with his pace. Played into the 11 in the midfield. Plays a long ball over the top, only as far as Nathan Edwards. Nathan Edwards is saying obviously calm it down, having a look. Out to Tom Ash. Tom Ash gets the ball, picks it up, turns, plays a long ball up the pitch. And I was going to say it looks like a foul there, but it's not. And now we've not got long left to go now. I've literally died a few minutes. A long ball played up by Taz there in the middle of the box was Harry Taylor. Harry Taylor does win the header, but it does drop to Cola Salami. Cola Salami on the right-hand side now plays it back across into James Miles. Crossed in by Milo. Headed clear, no challenge. Hayden Bullis now got the ball in the edge of the box. Goes out to Tom Ash. It's desperation stuff here from Erith Town, really.
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, what we want is, if we can get a point out of this, and that's at this moment in time, that'd be a major result.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Quite frankly, it looks like we're going to have played a really hard game, and we're going to walk away with nothing.
Yeah, and we're in the last minute now as we go. We've got to hold on. Erith Town's a club who, let's be honest, last year famously scored some late goals. Ashford scored a really late goal, so it's not over yet. But with only 2 minutes added on, it doesn't leave us that long.
No, it doesn't, and hopefully something can happen from this free kick.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the left-hand side there to take it.
There's a lot of people on the edge of the box. It curls in towards the far post. Keeper punches it when he could have held it. I think you heard someone's opinion there on what they should have done.
Funny that football being a game of opinions.
Yeah, he should have caught that, really. I'm going to go stand with Cliche Chris for this one, because I feel he's been left out. Sorry, can I squeeze through there? Cliche Chris. How do we think the game's going?
I had a feeling there's going to be a fifth goal, and there still might be an equaliser in this game.
Yeah.
It's just had a
Big
feel of a lot of goals in this. They've always caused us problems in behind the defence today, and we got caught. But we're now pushing. Can we try and find this equaliser? It's possible.
Yeah. A big cross up towards Erith is headed by Callum McGeehan, headed back into the box. Harry Taylor meets in the air, goalkeeper gathers. I think the thing is when you're desperate, you do want to pump the ball up. Don't get me wrong, but the aerial game hasn't worked too well today.
There was no control by either team, really. They were both dropping deep, and they were both sort of a bit of head tennis, weren't it? And it was a bit frantic for a while. And then they catch us offside. Well, not offside, but they catch us on the break, and they're a bit in behind us. They have done most of the game. I think that's the one thing, like getting here, running, got to be careful. But Taz has done well, but they have definitely caused us problems.
Oh, he plays it there to Tom Ash, and Tom Ash looks like he's going to lose it to the winger. He does well. There's a tackle there. He's now lost it to the full ball played there by Tom Ash. Goes back to Taz there plays it into Milo. Milo playing it to Hayden Bullis, who looks up. We just can't get out of our half at the moment. Beckenham are doing well, keeping us contained.
Well, sometimes you throw everything forward, but to get that ball forward, you need some kind of control in the middle. You pump these balls up, but there's no real. If I'm honest, this last-ditch stuff, innit? Throw the kitchen sink kind of thing. So, we're kind of in that sort of throw the ball up and hope you can win the first ball. If you don't, it comes back at you.
Yeah, absolutely. 3-2 to Beckenham Town, and we are running out of time. Game over, and tabletop in Beckenham are 3-2 winners.
Yeah, it's a real bummer, given that we worked so hard, but that last 20 minutes we were dragging. Defence was a bit all over the place. I think it really made a difference when Leo went off, to be honest, because he was holding the midfield together really well. And as soon as we lost him, it seemed like we lost all cohesiveness in the middle of the park. We weren't winning anything, weren't winning any balls, weren't making any forward passes. So it was hardly. It's not a result that reflects well on the team, but at the same time, ultimately they're a good side. They got forward well. They got behind our back line enough times, so they're going to feel like it's justified. You can't really go. It could have gone either way. As it was, it went against us. So another one of them days, isn't it?
Absolutely. What he said a few weeks ago. We'll have highs, we'll have lows. This feels like a low, considering we got our way back into it and went 2-1 up. But
I think if we play this well against other teams, we'll get the result.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
So I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, and again, yes, okay, you can argue about fixtures and run results and all that. Beckenham ain't top for no reason.
No, exactly.
What do you think, Chris? I think in truth, taking the Erith Town hat off now, Beckenham had a lot of chances today and probably got the goals.
Yeah, I think it was a very open game. They probably made it that way because they play sort of 3 at times 4. They overload you up front, almost like a 4-2-4 running from deep. They caused us a lot of problems in behind all day long from the very first kick of the game. Saying that, could we have got something out today? Yeah, definitely. So, it's one of them that we tried right till the end and we never got nothing. So, 3-2 probably was a fair result.
Absolutely. Up the Dockers.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.